Okay, folks, we are live. Hello. As I said in the post, we are in the dog days of summer. Now, the dog days of summer literally means in the hottest part of the summer or right in the middle of the summer, right? So we are in the dog days of summer. I don't know if you've ever heard that expression. It's a very common expression. And when I think about that expression, I usually think that it's hot, right? Remember, we say it's hot. A lot of people make mistakes with hot and heat. Now, remember, hot is an adjective. It's hot, right? It's very hot. Well, of course, we're in the dog days of summer. And I can't take this heat, right? So hot versus heat. Heat is a noun, right? So I can't take this heat. It's a thing, right? And oh my God, it's so hot is an adjective. We can also use hot to describe food. You know, soup or something that it just came out of the oven is hot. Careful, it's not hot, it's hot. You know when you go to the dentist and you say, hot. Hot. So it's hot. And a lot of times in the United States, we say it's hot out, right? It's hot out, meaning outside. Although it's hot inside too, unless you have the AC on. Have you heard this? AC? Atlantic City. No. Well, yes, but in this case, it's air conditioning, right? Air conditioning, right? AC. The British say aircon, but I try not to use AC, right? Because, it's not the most, I don't know. I try to be green. Let's put it this way. I try and conserve energy and not, use extra lights when I don't need them and turn off the water when I'm soaping up in the shower. So these are little things you can do, and that's just one of those things that I do. So, guys, I see a lot of people are starting to tune in. We'll take a look at your comments in a bit. I just want you guys to know I really, really look forward to this time together on Fridays, especially since I haven't been doing my radio show, The Show with No Name. As you guys know, many of you know, I am on sick leave due to an injury, debido a in Spanish, due to an injury. I got hit by a car, and it happened about 3 months ago. And I'm just trying to get stronger every day. So obviously I'm not able to work yet, but at least thanks to modern technology, I can connect with you guys and we can have a weekly English class. Now, remember, guys, I also do videos on Instagram. So if you haven't gone over to my Instagram page, it's Alberto_Alonso. You'll find tons of different quizzes in different ways. As I always say this, if you like the way I teach on the radio, then you'll like my books. Then you'll like my YouTube videos because, what you're liking is, and I think, in my opinion, is, the personality I put into it. And I think that's very important, teachers. I said this in an Instagram video the other day. You can have the best method in the world, but if you don't have someone who really feels passionate about what they do and they put their heart and soul into it, and I'm not just talking about teachers, this is in any profession. So remember that. If you're not putting your heart and your soul into what you do, maybe you should be doing something else. And I've thought that. I've had many jobs. Many of you know, when I lived in New York, I've had many odd jobs. Do you know this? Odd jobs as well. A job doing this, non-related little jobs, to work my way up. And I've done everything from sales to making pizza to all kinds of different things. So, but from all of them, I took the experience. And a lot of them I said, I don't want to make pizza the rest of my life. Although it's a lucrative business. If you do it right, you can make a lot of dough. Dough es masa. And it's also pasta, dinero. So you see the pun? You can make a lot of dough. Now this word is spelled D-O-U-G-H, dough. You can make a lot of dough. And that's obviously the pun was intended, right? Pun is juego de palabra, a play on words. I intended to make that pun. Well, part of, being a teacher is, I think, making the subject matter entertaining, engaging. So your student wants to learn more about history. and your student wants to go home and continue what they were doing in class because they want to keep making progress, because they're hooked, because they know that all that effort that they're making, all that time and money, in many cases, that they're investing is worth it, and it's fruitful, and it's paying off, right? Another way to say to be fruitful is it's paying off. And I promise you that no matter what it is, whether it's a diet, whether it's playing an instrument, or working on a language, it will pay off. You have to work hard. Nothing comes without a little sweat, all right? And nobody likes to sweat. We were just talking about, oh man, it's hot, it's humid. Yeah, we say humid, húmedo, sound familiar, right? In the United States, a synonym for humid is muggy, right? So if it's muggy, it's humid. Now in Madrid, it's usually a dry heat, right? The weather's, the heat that we get here, and even the cold is a dry, there's not a lot of humidity in the air, at least not where I live in Madrid. So that's an important thing to talk about too, the weather. And you're thinking, why? I'm not going to be a weatherman. I'm not going to be a meteorologist, right? Well, it's a way to make small talk. So if you meet someone in the United States or in London, oh, so what's the weather like in Madrid? It's a nice way to start a conversation that's not like, so what are your political views? What's your religion? See, we avoid those. This is what we call in English small talk. And small talk is very important because all conversations, all business deals start with a hello, how you doing? Oh, great, nice to meet you. Now, there are different levels of intimacy depending on the country. You know, the Americans, my people, are much more intimate with sharing details than maybe the British, right? And well, it's just a cultural thing as well. It's not just language that's different, it's the cultural aspect as well. And again, that's what I always say makes this whole thing fun. Because if we think about it like we're learning language, okay, that's cool, whatever. But if we're like, you know, learning about other cultures and other ways of thinking and other ways of expressing and new sounds, this is musical, you know, then it becomes more than just words, right? And then that's exciting. Now you're on a cultural journey, a quest. A quest is a journey, a poetic way to say a journey. You're on a quest to learn, to keep moving on, to keep evolving, okay? So there's my pep talk. Pep talk is charla de energía, right? Come on, we can do it. And I always say a good way to remember that one is think of Pep Guardiola giving a pep talk, right? He's like, come on, guys, we've got to win this. That's a pep talk. So Pep Guardiola, I'm sure, has given millions of pep talks in his life. So you got to associate things, guys. If you associate things, you'll remember them. Believe me, I know. I remember things from when I was in second grade because I associated them somehow. The power of association, right? So excellent stuff, guys. So it's a scorcher, another way to say it's hot. I'm giving you guys a lot of ways to say it's hot. I'm sure we have some people tuning in and from cold places too. Well, we'll talk about cold vocabulary another day. Not here, not now, not in the dog days of summer. No way. We're here to talk about, well, all kinds of different things today. In fact, I don't know if you saw it in the comments, we're going to give away, that's right, we're going to give away a t-shirt. That's right. So I'm going to have you guys, you're going to want to stick around. So if you guys, you know, if you leave, you might not win the t-shirt because we're going to do it a little bit towards the end. But I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to win a t-shirt courtesy of Pampling, pampling.es. It's a great, they have so many cool t-shirts and they're designed by all different artists. So some of the shirts I love and some of them I'm like, oh, but it's cool because it's a different artist that designed that shirt. And that's the cool thing. There's a lot of variety. So I talked to them. In fact, this is a shirt from Pampling here. Mornings suck. I don't know if you can see that, suck, without showing you my belly. Sin enseñarte mi tripa. Mornings suck. And this is funny. You get the pun? Do you get the pun? El juego de palabras. There's that word again. Mornings, well, las mañanas, suck. Now, a vampire sucks blood, right? Not blood. A vampire sucks blood. And to suck is when something is horrible. Oh, man, mornings suck. See? You get the joke there? So we're going to give away a t-shirt today. Now, you can get this one. You can get any one you want. In fact, they're going to give you a code where you go to their website and you get the t-shirts. So good luck, folks. You're going to want to stick around to the end here because, well, their shirts are cool and one of you is going to win one. And let's be honest, anything that's free is cool. Even if you have 1 million t-shirts, you can give one away. I'm sure you have somebody who's having a birthday soon. All right, so let's talk about this. I want to talk about ways to cool off because now here in Spain, we're pretty lucky. It's been a pretty mild is not too hot, not too cold, right? Mild. It's been a mild summer compared to last summer where we had heat wave after heat wave, exactly the same, ola de calor. But we've had a mild summer. But right now, it's kind of, I think we're at the hottest temperatures that we've reached so far this summer. So I wanted to talk about that. So there are many different ways to cool off or to cool down. I know you guys know the word cool. Cool, man. Yeah, chulo. Cool. We use it all the time. But it has a lot more meanings than just awesome, right? So cool. Now, cool is exactly that. If it's cool, if it's a cool day, I'm thinking more of the autumn or the fall, right? Cool. It's not cold. And it's not warm, because warm, I'm thinking of spring, you know, like May. I'm thinking that's warm. Careful with that M, you need to pronounce it, right? So let's look at the scale. We've got cold or freezing, right? Then we've got, so freezing, cold, right? Cool, right? Room temperature, pronounce the word with me, temperature, room temperature. After room temperature, I'm doing this right now, off the cuff, okay? After room temperature, we've got cool. Now, cool means it's not hot anymore. And that's where the verb comes. If you've looked at any recipes, if you like to cook, the verb is to cool down. Let the cake cool down. Let it cool off. Two different ways to say it. Cool down or cool off. How cool. We're learning phrasal verbs with the word cool, which is a word that you already know because that's a universal word. So, and you can tell somebody, hey man, cool, not just for food, right? Not just in the summer, but also you can tell somebody because of their temper. Hey man, cool down. Okay? You need to go, you need to go sit down, have yourself a Coca-Cola and cool off. Okay? You got very heated, right? Things got heated up, right? So remember, the same thing as you guys, it's not just temperature outside, right? We're also talking about, you know, when somebody gets angry as well. Ooh, I'm sorry, right now, careful with this one. This is a false friend. This is a bad one because I spent my whole life making this mistake. Now, the false friend is estoy caliente. I spent my whole life, my whole freaking life, walking around saying, estoy caliente. And sure, nobody corrected me. They were laughing at this 15-year-old kid walking around saying, I'm horny. When I really wanted to say, tengo calor. So it's funny how sometimes, you know, those false friends can get you in trouble. But the funniest part of that story is not that I kept going around saying, estoy caliente, but that I did it for like 20 or 30 years. What? I'm going to talk to my friends and family and say, why didn't you guys correct me? I guess they thought it was funny, right? So be careful with that one in English, right? You could say, I'm hot, could be this too, but you'll know from the context if somebody is saying, I'm hot, right? Or you're hot, man, right? So you'll know instantly from the tone, guys. Don't get nervous when we have double. So I always say when we have double, triple, quadruple meanings, don't get nervous because in the end, if you pay attention, you will understand from the context, right? Good. Great stuff. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to read some comments. I want to see how you guys cool off or cool down or keep cool. Mantener el cool, right? También. So tell us ways that you guys keep cool in the summer, especially now, as I said, in the dog days of summer. We'll read some of the comments over here. And then, as I said, very shortly, and muy poco, very shortly, we're going to be giving away a t-shirt. One of you guys, one of our viewers, one of my superstar students is going to win a very cool t-shirt of your choice, courtesy of pampling.es. Okay, so let's read some comments over here. Fins Els Nasos de Escaña says, good morning, Alberto. Good morning to you. Fins. Marcos, what's up? Good morning, Marcos. See you soon, bro. My brother-in-law, Marcos, always ready to learn English. Marcos is very eager, right? When you're eager, you're excited, you want to do something. And that Marcos has the right attitude, right? He said, I'm always, reading things in English, listening. So Marcos is improving his English just because he's eager. He's excited. He wants to. He's paying attention. So good job, Marcos. Belen Laguna Luque. Hi, waving to you as well. Waving to you in this heat wave. Double trouble. Marcos says, wow, the sound is fantastic, Alberto Alonso. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm setting up a home studio. I'm going to give you guys the scoop. La información. I'm going to give you guys the scoop. I'm setting up a home studio right now. And I don't have all the components I need yet. In fact, I can show you. This is an AKG. It's an AK-47. No, I'm joking. Wouldn't be in such a small case. I'll show you unboxing. Woo! This is my microphone, but I'm not using it. As you can see, it's not plugged in yet. Because I'm waiting for some audio components. But what I'm doing is really right now is experimenting with the acoustics using a lapel microphone and using, well, the soundproofing. So thanks for the feedback, guys, because you know what? The image is the image, right? I think with this kind of stuff, the key, right now I can't close this here. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. I think the key is the audio in many cases, especially if it's an English class, right? So thanks, good to know. And I'm still improving it. I still have a lot of work. As you guys know, any big project requires a lot of time and energy, and well, just this, ordering everything, measuring, cutting, and then now, of course, I'm going to have to invest money. But let's do the same thing about your English. Okay, I'm a broadcaster. I love to broadcast live on the radio, on here, wherever. So I was thinking, after 10 years broadcasting, right? Well, I'd like to have my own studio. I'd like to know more, not just sit in front of the microphone. So see, what I'm saying is that curiosity of wanting to know more. Now, what I realized when I started organizing this, and I still don't know exactly what I'm doing, is the more I learn, the more I don't know. And that's cool, because that almost makes me feel like a child again. Sometimes we get caught in this, I know everything, I've got everything figured out, the routine, but it's great to learn new things. And sometimes there's that learning curve. Sometimes it's tough. But if you really want to, you can learn it. And again, I'm not even halfway there, but thank you for the feedback, because the idea is to improve all of the sound, all of the videos, so I can make you guys videos faster, easier, spur of the moment. So if I have an idea for a video, what I want to do is go to my studio and click, turn on the lights, film, edit, and have it out there in a minute. And the same thing if I want to do audio or video, anything like that. So thank you very much, and a lot of hard work, just like anything. Doing anything the right way, doing it well will require. So keep that in mind with your English, folks. Let's see. David Gomez says, morning, mate. Great to see you fit. I'm strong like bull. Well, yeah, I've been doing an hour and a half, no, half. I've been doing an hour and a half of rehab a day. And I go to the pool every day as well. So a lot of hard work, but it's paying off, as we said before. I think today's theme is hard work. We've been talking about that a lot. Hard work and heat, and they're kind of related. You're thinking, what? Calor con trabajo duro? Mucho esfuerzo? Yeah, well, guys, heat in English is also pressure. In fact, we have a great expression that says, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. So that means if you can't take the pressure, step aside, right? If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. So heat in that case is pressure. So many times we talk about Pressure being calor, like, okay, so for example, if your boss says, okay, guys, this semester we're going to turn up the heat, that doesn't mean that your boss is going to go over to the thermostat and turn up the heat, right? That means we're going to turn up the pressure. We're going to, put the pressure on you. So good to know that, because if you know the word heat, now you know another usage of that word, which is pressure, which, careful, because a lot of people say presión, right? It's not presión, it's pressure. Pressure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, pressure. Great song there. Under pressure, pushing down on me, pushing down on you, no man has fallen. Under pressure. If you need to learn how to pronounce it, talk to Freddie Mercury, listen to him, or just say he. All right, so let's take a look. David Gomez, thank you very much. I'm feeling a little bit better every day. I'm still not up to par, but of course not. I had a serious injury. It's going to take its time. Even when I return to the radio, which, by the way, guys, you can listen to Show with No Name podcasts on iTunes and iVox. You got videos on YouTube, so you have tons of content for this summer. I'll be doing live videos as well, Instagram. So no excuse, guys. Again, the idea is the opposite. The idea is to really turn up the heat this summer with your English and really, really come back from this summer, this, where we have free time, really saying, I got this now. I've got a plan. And as I always say, develop a plan of attack. I want to do this. I want to set up a studio in my home. I'm going to use my example. I want to set up a studio in my home where I can record things, and because I like to create things. Okay, now comes the research. Now comes doing your homework. Then comes the hard work. Then comes the investment of time and money. So you can apply that to anything is what I'm saying. So awesome stuff. Let's see. Javier Flipada says, good morning, Alberto. That looks like a professional studio. The live stream sounds great. Oh, awesome. Well, little by little, as I said, I'm really working on it, and it's only going to get better. If you guys take a look at my YouTube page, if you haven't subscribed, I'm almost at 5,000. You'll see some of my earlier videos were just shit quality. You could barely hear the audio, the lighting, and even now they're not great. But I at least know what I need to improve, what's in my power to improve. But the whole idea is so you guys have, clear, awesome English classes all the time. What do I ask you guys in return? Spread the word. Tell people. And this way I get t-shirts and other things because if you have a lot of followers, what happens? Well, then people give you things, companies that you become friends with, or you like. The reason I do these contests with Pampling is because I like Pampling. I wear Pampling. So we got in touch and they said, hey, you want to give away some shirts? And I said, yeah. So that's what I mean. The more, the merrier. There's the great expression there. The more, the merrier. Okay. So thank you very much, Javier Flipada. As you guys know, I always appreciate feedback, especially if it's good. No, I'm joking. Any feedback, any constructive criticism is always. Now, if you tell me I'm ugly, well, I'm not going to get plastic surgery. So sorry. I just accepted myself the way I am. Let's see. Amparo is cracking up. Well, that's great. I'm having a good time too, Amparo. Marcos, let's see. Inma has given us a thumbs up. Marcos as well. Belen Garcia. Edward Ruiz says, nice to meet you again. Careful, it's not nice to meet you because, well, the first time we connect is to meet. So what you would say is nice to see you again. I think that's what you meant, right? Because nice to meet you, you only say one time. The first time you meet somebody, and that's it. You can also say pleasure, a pleasure to meet you, right? So nice to see you again too, Edward. Always great to have our superstar students returning. Toma, tongue twister, superstar students returning. Mohamed with his lovely comments. I can already tell you it's going to be a lovely comment because Mohamed, that's your style. He says, hello, Grande. I am delighted to see you again. Thank God. Slowly but surely, you're recovering from your injury. Hey, slowly but surely, what a great expression. That's the best way to sum up this injury and what's happening. Slowly but surely. You'll learn English slowly but surely, right? Belen says, hello, teacher. Is your knee okay? Well, right now I'm icing it. It's not okay, but it's getting better. Slowly but surely, as Mohammed said. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Dani Guerra says, keep going, máquina. Sigue, máquina. Thank you very much, Dani Guerra. Tú dales guerra también. You keep giving them hell, right? Dales guerra, we say dales infierno. Give them hell. Give them hell, Dani Guerra. All right, so you guys like T-shirts? You want to wear, I mean, do you like, I personally love T-shirts, especially in the summer, right? And yesterday I posted a video. I'll go over some of the vocabulary from that video. Careful with the pronunciation. It's not shirt, it's shirt, shirt, right? Like it's an E sound, shirt, right? So a T-shirt. Do you wear T-shirts? Now careful with this too, because wear is the act of having it on. And to put on is the act of, you know, it's not on yet. So here it is in context. I put on this shirt an hour ago. Now I'm wearing the shirt. I didn't wear this shirt yesterday. I wore another shirt. Lately, I've worn a lot of T-shirts because, well, I enjoy T-shirts. See how you play with those words, right? So I love T-shirts because they're comfortable, they're comfy, right? I usually wear short sleeve. This is the sleeve. There's also long sleeve, right? You've got the collar. This is the collar. Also, on a dress shirt too, it's called a collar as well, right? This is your neck, right? So your collar, your neck. And this is collar too. So this is confusing. Collar, so escrito collar, but you say collar is this part of the shirt, which is cuello in Spanish. Okay, fine. So what is cuello? Cuello's neck in English. Okay, that's cool. And then so what if we say collar, which would be also collar? Well, that would be necklace. So wait, this is getting really confusing here. Collar, but then collar pronounced in English is collar, which is also not just this thing on the shirt, but it's what a dog wears as well. Wow, those are kind of confusing words, aren't they, over there? All right, well, either way, I think it's time to tell you guys how this contest is going to work. It's really, really simple. What I want you guys to do is in the comments here, tell us what you would put on a T-shirt. So if you could put any words on a T-shirt, we're looking at a conditional here. If you could put, that L is silent, if you could put any words on a T-shirt, what words would you put? Right? Now, don't say hola que hace. Why? It's been done. It's not original. And now, here's the thing. The best one, the best entry will win a T-shirt from pampling.es. Pampling.es. So, think about it. Think about what you would put on a T-shirt. It can be English. It can be Spanish. It can be Spanglish, right? And two things will happen, possibly the second thing, depending on how good your answer is. A, you'll win a T-shirt if it's the best one, right? Right here in the comments, okay? You'll win a T-shirt, and if it's really, really good, well, maybe Pampling will print the T-shirt, and you'll see your dream become a reality. And now you'll say, hey, I designed that T-shirt. What do you do? Well, I'm an engineer, and I design T-shirts. Yeah, hey, you never know. You might have a new profession, a new hobby, a new love. You never know. Give me a second. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. There we go. So, yeah, good luck, guys. We'll leave the contest open the entire weekend. So if you guys are not watching this live, which is the case, some people watch it later on, you have the entire weekend to get your answer in. Okay, so make sure it's in the comments of this video here that you're watching now live. Okay, go down there and tell us what you would put on a T-shirt. If you could put anything on a T-shirt, what would you put? And as I said, the best answer will win a free T-shirt. Okay, so good luck, guys. You know, I wish all of you could win a T-shirt, but unfortunately, we can only give away one T-shirt. Remember, giveaway, means it's free. And as I said, you won't have to go pick it up or anything because they deliver the t-shirt. So you'll go to their website, pampling.es. Remember, if you say it in English, so in Spanish it's pampling.es. But if you say that in English, if you say .es, someone is going to put una S. So be very careful. So pampling.es or pampling.es, just to say it, to separate them there. And they'll give you a code. You go in there, you punch in the code, and voila, you'll have a t-shirt coming to your house, courtesy of your creativity, in fact. So think of your answers. You got all weekend. Be creative. Remember, you always get points for funny, for creative, for silly, for, what you want to make us do, because I'll be looking at it, the people at Pampling, and then we'll make a decision, is you want to basically have it so we all said, oh, I laughed so much when I saw that one, or wow, this one was, the one that everyone's talking about. So this is totally free, aside from getting English vocabulary and learning a lot of different things in English. This is also an opportunity for you to win a t-shirt. So good luck. Just tell us what you would put. So if you could put anything on a t-shirt, what would you put? All right. Now, morning suck, it's already taken. Ya lo han cogido. It's already taken. Sorry, guys. Let's see a couple more comments. Cielo, Sky, Cielo Sanchez Alonso, my cousin. You're an Alonso too, of course. Says, hello again. Great surprise. Welcome back to your English class, Cielo. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Enrique says, Antonio Machado, despacito y buena letra, el hacer las cosas bien importa más que el hacerlas, versus slowly but surely. Wow. Yeah. Okay. In English, we're much more succinct. We're much more to the point. Al grano, to the point, right? Yeah, in Spanish, that's a long one. It's Machado, Antonio Machado, the writer. But in English, it's slowly but surely. Now be careful, because that S-H-U-R is not sur, it's sure, surely, slowly but surely, right? You'll learn English slowly but surely. I'll get better. My knee will get better slowly but surely. And if you're not using this very common expression that Mohammed shared with us today, then you should be using it, because in life we use it a lot for many situations where we need to be patient. Be careful. I've heard many people say patient, and we don't say patient, we say patient, right? So, folks, speaking of slowly but surely, I'm going to give you a couple tips right now before we go. I'm going to give you a few tips on things that you can do to improve your English this summer, okay? Things that you can do to improve your English this summer. Now, some of the things I recommend, of course, listening to the podcasts of my radio show, The Show with No Name, right? Now, The Show with No Name is on Vaughn Radio. You can find the podcasts on iTunes and iVoox. You've got tons of videos on YouTube. In fact, today, a video just came out on YouTube. Remember, it's going to be on Facebook, and it'll also be on Twitter. But if you want to get my videos first, then you got to be on YouTube, because then you'll be subscribed and you'll get an email saying Alberto has a new video out. So today we're going to the Dakota building in my show, English on the Go USA. This is a show where I take you around little mini snippets, and I take you to famous places in the United States. You can search the hashtag English on the Go USA, or you can just subscribe to my YouTube page. Again, if you want to find everything, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, blah, 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 podcasts to the show, it's all on my website, which is easy, albertoalonso.com. Simple, can't be easier. In fact, I bought that website years ago, and then it took me about a decade or more to finally get it up and running. So sometimes slowly, very slowly, but surely things do get done. And where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So you've got tons of resources out there. You've got Netflix or Movistar TV, whatever you want to call it. You've got YouTube, tons of great ways to improve your English, guys. And another way to improve your English as well is music. And we all love music. Who doesn't love music? I mean, I'm a huge music lover, right? And well, I don't think a day goes by where I don't listen to music. I'm trying to think if there's a day that goes by that No, I think I listen to music on a daily basis, every single day. So, yeah, a great way to learn English, guys, because, well, these days, as I always say, you can have your own karaoke in your home, right? You go to YouTube, right? Let's put in a song over here. Summertime Blues. Let's do this one. Summertime Blues. It's a great song if you guys want to follow along. So you go to YouTube. We're going to do it together, guys. I'm going to show you how to set up your own karaoke, and this is a fun way to learn English. I do it with my niece and nephew, right? Niece, not nice. Nice is maja, right? Which is the one I just said. So we're going to go over here. Let's do Summertime Blues. Okay, I love this one. Summertime Blues. Las tristezas o melancolías del verano. Summertime Blues. This is in YouTube, guys. So go over to YouTube and put lyrics and then hit enter. And you'll see Eddie Cochran, Summertime Blues, lyrics. And I've got it over here in green. And we're going to do a little karaoke right now before we say goodbye. Just to show you guys that in the end, if you want to, you don't even need a book to learn English. Now, books are great. There's nothing like a great book to get lost in a great book. Speaking of, if you don't have my books, pick them up. I've got to say something. I'm so proud to share with you that my book, one of my books, I have 4, as you know, one of my books, this book is The Milk that I did with Damian Moya from El Hormiguero, is in its 6th edition. Macaulay Culkin. 6th edition. And you want to know the craziest part? The cherry on top, the icing on the cake? It's still #1 on Amazon Spain in education. So thanks to you guys for making my books a success. If you don't have my books, now's a great time to get them for the summer. You can get them at Amazon or Vaughn or wherever you want. They're all available out there. But you don't need books, but let's be honest. People who don't read, be wary. I would be a little cautious with people who don't read. You need to have to read something, even if it's just articles, right? It's great for the mind, right? So reading, listening to music, podcasts. As I said, you have podcasts of my radio show, but you also have many other podcasts out there that are interesting. Make sure on YouTube, on Facebook, on all your social media sites, you're subscribed to my pages, the other great teachers as well. So this way, guys, English is coming to you constantly. Oh, there's an email, new video. Boom. Just got a new idiom I learned in my timeline. Don't wait for English to come to you. There's my expression. I'm going to write that one down. Don't wait for English to come to you. Maybe I'll write a blog post. Speaking of, I've got blog posts as well. So tons of things you can do, from reading to writing. I love to write. If you guys don't write, write. Right? Speaking is excellent. Obviously, you can speak. Listening, whether it's to podcasts, to my radio show, to music, to whatever you want. All right? So that said, guys, you have no excuses. This summer, you've got to grab your English by the horns. All right? So we're going to do a little song to say goodbye. I want to wish you guys luck in the contest. I don't see any comments yet. Let's see. Belen says, how many comments can we write for the contest? Not context, contest. Well, Belen, just 1 per person, or else, think about the people who have to look at the comments, So instead of doing that, come up with a few of them on your own and then choose your best one. So we don't want to edit for you. Let's put it that way. So 1 entry, guys. And if you put more than 1 entry, we'll take your first entry, okay? So send us right here in the comments right now. You can do it now. You have all weekend. If you could put anything on a t-shirt, what would you put on that shirt? And you'll have a shirt, well, by the end of the weekend. They're usually pretty fast. The delivery is pretty speedy. All right, so here we go, my amigos. This is Summertime Blues by Eddie Cochran. And let's see if we can do this here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to do it. I got a little problem here because I've got my microphone plugged in. I don't want to unplug the microphone. So I'm going to look for it here on my phone, my trusty phone. Summertime Blues lyrics. Look, see, I love it. It's already got it here for me. And we'll sing it together. Come on. Gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler. Been working all summer just to try to earn $1. Sometimes I wonder, I'm trying to get a taste. Oh, God, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. You know it, folks. Mom and Pop told us something gonna make some money. If you wanna use a car to go to riding next Sunday. Oh, I don't go to work. Told the boss I was sick. You gotta get a car cause you didn't work a lick. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. There's no cure for them summertime blues. Well, yes, there is. Study English. It'll keep your mind. We's gonna have a fun vacation. Gonna take my problem to the United Nations. I called my congressman and he said, whoa, I love you, son, but you're too young to vote. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. There you go, guys. Lots of great vocabulary in there. There ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Awesome song, Eddie Cochran. Well, folks, that's how you can start at your own karaoke bar in your home or on the beach. The people next to you don't mind. Speaking of, guys, I'll be going down to the beach for the next 2 weeks with my family. I'm going to continue my treatment, my rehab down at the beach. Well, I'll be connecting. So, guys, make sure you're, as I said, on Twitter, on Instagram, if you use all those, because I'm very active there as well. In fact, more than Facebook. So, Alberto, as I said, go to my website. You'll find everything you need, albertoalonso.com. Okay, guys. Have a great day and keep cool.